people? Welcome back to Albert JTV. Match review time. Arsenal nil, Crystal Palace nil. Um, Guys, before I get into the match review, I'm going to put this out on Instagram as well. So, Instagram people, to subscribe to the channel if you haven't already, hit the link in my bio and subscribe to the channel. To my usual subscribers, welcome again. And anybody recently subscribed to the channel, thank you for supporting the channel. Thank you. Yeah, it's not going to be a long review, man, because I took notes during the game, but there's not a lot to talk about, to be honest. Prediction wise, before the game, anybody that saw my match live stream preview yesterday, thank you for the guys tuning in for that. And even before that, I did the preview. I kind of thought to myself, remember, this is Arsenal, you know, even with a bit of momentum of 4 games in the spin, 3 in the Premier League, an FA Cup win. This is Arsenal. We've seen this miniature revival before, so I sort of didn't get carried away. So that's why I said in our next 2 Premier League games, against Palace and Newcastle, I think we'll take 4 points out of 6. And I went for a 1-1 draw for the Crystal Palace game, and I got it right, but it was 0-0. Like I said before the game, Palace have won 1 in 7. Arsenal haven't kept a clean sheet at the Emirates in 12 games. Palace, I did think they would turn up tonight, and they did. They made it difficult. The Arsenal intel before the game was saying that Aberi Eze is not going to be playing, and yeah, guys, yeah, I'll do better intel next time. Trust me. But yeah, sort of the team line up. I said with Arteta is difficult to predict, man. He's a very difficult guy to predict when it comes to picking the teams. Obviously, we learned of Pablo Mari not being in the team, Kieran Tierney being out, so Maitland-Niles comes in at left back, and Hector Bellerin is at right back, and David Luiz comes in to partner up holding. The midfield was slightly different from what I picked. I said at the start, or not the start. I said in the preview I did that I thought it would be Xhaka and El Neni. It was Xhaka and Ceballos. And he's got Aubameyang and Lacazette into the team. Lacazette couldn't be dropped, to be honest, through sort of the recent games that we've been playing. So it made sense for him to be, the front man, and Aubameyang on the left with Saka on the right and Emil Smith-Rowe in the middle. And I think that speaks volumes to the senior players in the team that they're on the bench. Willian, Pepe didn't start again. Not surprised, if I'm being honest, from what I've seen. But yeah, sort of going into the game, I thought the first 15 minutes, I thought we was steady without being fantastic. We was getting into good areas, but our final ball in the final third was not great, or it was just missing. But I thought after about 25 minutes, I thought there was a better team. I genuinely did. I thought you had periods of play where Eze, who I tipped would give us problems, and he did. He cuts inside, and Zaha cuts inside, and it allows the fullbacks of Palace to get wide and push up and overlap. Shout out to Tyreek Mitchell, Palace. That I've seen him play a few times, and he's a good player, good fullback, man, solid left back. But yeah, Palace look dangerous. They look more dangerous. They created more better opportunities to score goals. We saw the save, and we saw the free kick opportunity when Berieze's put the ball into the far post. James Tompkins, good header, hits the crossbar. We saw another play where Tyreek Mitchell got down our right-hand side, putting a great cross in, stood it up to Benteke, who a fine save from Leno. But yeah, they look more dangerous than us. I actually thought, I thought our passing was really, really poor. And I'm not talking about making Hollywood passes or hitting 40, 50-yard diagonals, basic, simple passing, 5, 6 to 10-yard passing. And we can't do it, I think the first half for me, and it kind of played in my mind in terms of how I did my match preview yesterday, was that Arsenal are very unpredictable side. It's an unpredictable season, but Arsenal to form, it's a reality check, as to where we actually are. So yeah, not a lot to write home about in the first half. I mean, we saw the stat at half time. Palace with like 32% or 38% possession, but we've had 9 shots at goal. We've had 2. Not great. No, you saw in the first half, I thought Emile Smith-Rowe really tried to sort of find the pockets of space, sort of flittering around the right hand side and then the left and coming in the middle. We tried to be flexible and sort of get things going. Trying to get that combination play with Bukayo Saka, but it just wasn't really working in the first half. We didn't look like we was going to score, to be totally honest. So Mikel Arteta couldn't have been happy with that first half performance, because I wasn't, and I'm sure the Arsenal fans that have been doing watch-alongs for that game were like, wow, am I really doing this watch-along for this game? Because it's not a great watch, man, to be honest. But yeah, so in the second half, and rightly so, I thought we started quite brightly for sort of opening 5-10 minutes, but after that I thought we looked like we ran out of ideas, and I actually thought our passing got worse. Maitland-Niles off the pace. Bellerin, I should have done a tally chart for the amount of times he passed the ball backwards. I couldn't believe what I was seeing. With Maitland-Niles, you can put it down to rustiness or just not being in the team or confidence or whatever, but I've always said with Ainsley Maitland-Niles, if anybody's seen my content, he's for a professional footballer, his passing is terrible and final and end product. I mean, that time when he got down the left hand flank in the first half and he hit the cross out, he hit that cross out for a goal kick. I thought, wow, how have you managed to do that? But I understand Tierney was missing. I get it. People know what I think about Kieran Tierney anyway, but Alan Smith said it, he's right. Like, I know Tierney's a miss, but not to the detriment of the side that badly that we just had no attacking outlet from either flank, to be totally honest. Because like I said, man, Bellerin was just, the amount of times he played the ball backwards, I just couldn't, there was plenty of opportunities in that game for Arsenal when, in terms of the transition of play, not even necessarily playing it quickly, but you've got an opportunity to pass the ball forwards, do it, but they're not doing it. It's the safe option to pass it sideways or to pass it back, to recycle it with Leno to give it to Luis to hit a long diagonal. It's too predictable, man. Too predictable. But yeah, we come to the second half. So looking at notes, they said Palace have had no clean sheet since June last year. I was like, wow. That's quite a damning statistic, man. In any level of football. But yeah, Maitland-Niles was off the pace. But we started the second half brightly. But yeah, like I said, I just thought we ran out of ideas. And you could see Palace, they were just waiting for that opportunity. There was times when they would break. And our performance, first half, second half, was just flat. There was nothing to sort of write home about. We didn't look like scoring. If we were going to score, it would have to be either fortuitous or from a set piece. That's the only way I could see us scoring. I couldn't see us scoring from open play. Emile Smith-Rowe again was trying to get in the pockets of space, pinging first time passes, one touch round the corner passes, trying to work some combinations with Saka and Bellerin on the right, but just to no avail, man. We made some subs. Maitland-Niles has had a nightmare. He honestly did. He comes off, Pepe comes on, and then Ceballos comes on for Partey, and then we had obviously Laka came off and Eddie come on. But so it's good to see Thomas Partey back, to be fair. Let me just take it back to him a little bit. I think someone tweeted it earlier before the game. I think it was big shout out to Kesh. Yeah, he said if Partey can at least get 20 minutes, and he gets exactly what he got, just to get some football in his legs, man. But the subs made no impact. Not for that 15-20 minute period, 25 minute period in the latter stages of the game. Just there's nothing to write home about. That's why it's such a dead match review for me, to be honest. I said it'd be a draw, and I was right. Palace are no mugs. They're not. I think that game was tailor made for them to come into the Emirates. Zaha looked dangerous. Ebery Eze, class, quality footballer. Looks effortless when he plays. Glides across the pitch. Good deliveries into the box. Yeah, we just, in a way, I kind of called it, but you know, when you kind of want to be proved wrong and you hope Arsenal get the win or they go and do the business, but it just goes to show again, we cannot rely on the kids to get us out of trouble all the time. When are these experienced players going to take the ball by the horns and get us W's? Show us individual moments of brilliance. You know, we can't rely on just Saka and Emil Smith-Rowe and when a fit Martinelli's around. And I'm talking about, I thought Xhaka tonight. Wow. To be fair, got into some positions where he put some key blocks in, but the passing, man. I mean, these guys are professional footballers, international footballers, and I could not believe the poor amount of passing throughout the team from wide areas, in the middle of the park, the defenders, all of them. Not great. So yeah, 67% possession. I think us and Palace have almost had about equal shots amount of goals. Was it 12, 11 or 13? Something like that. And I'll be honest with you, you guys might disagree. Drop in the comments down below. If Palace had nicked it, I actually don't think I could have complained. If we'd have won it, that would have been one of the greatest bank robberies ever, man, because it would have been an amazing steal to get a victory out of that performance. But yeah, a little mini revival in terms of momentum, picking up wins has come to an end. But we get the only positive tonight. We ended that terrible record of no clean sheets in 12 at the Emirates. That's the only positive. That we got the clean sheet, but I can't look at an Arsenal player and think, you know what? I thought he was fantastic tonight. Some of them worked really hard. Some of them just looked off the pace. Like I said, a flat performance, not great. So guys, drop in the comments down below. What did you make of the team lineup? What did you make of the team performance? Were there any standout players for you? I'd be very surprised if you pick any, to be totally honest. Yeah, that's my thoughts, man. So we move on to Newcastle next Monday. I actually said that's the game I'm not looking forward to because I knew what was coming in the FA Cup game. I thought the game against Palace would be better, but I was wrong. It wasn't a great watch, to be honest. I'd rather watch news at 10, and that's saying something. But yeah, we move on to Newcastle next Monday. So guys, smash the like button right now if you didn't at the beginning of the content. Share the content, comment. Yeah, like I said, subscribe to the channel. So yeah, guys, that's me, Albert J TV, over and out. Hashtag Arsenal nil, Crystal Palace nil. We move to Newcastle at home.